Hello, welcome back to Brandon Sushi Live Noding. In this episode, we're gonna try to take a look at this creation of this kind of like a treadmill kind of setup using Sverchok Add-On. So I started with this idea, like if you have like bunch of like a cylindrical object, like a circular object, and wanting to have like a tank tread kind of setup, kind of similar to Wall-E actually. So we can have a look at this. This is like the wheels of Wall-E, and then we have this kind of treadmills that goes around it. So I want that to be automatic, and then I tried it with Sverchok, and then apparently the Convex Hull is kind of getting something that looks like a treadmill, and it's not perfect. But then I asked a Sverchok developer, and then he responded, and Zeffii have a look at it, and he actually made a special nodes that does this convex hull in 2D, and then that's actually perfect for treadmill kind of setup. So yeah, so let's take a look. Let's start with if we actually have like a cylinder. Let's create a bunch of cylinder. I'll make scale some smaller and one's bigger. And for each cylinder, I will kind of scale it the same in dimension Z. So it's 2 here, it should be 2 here as well, and 2 here. And I'll center them, Alt G, top view, and place them randomly. Go to the top view, orthographic. Okay, something like that should be good. And then I'll create Sverchok node tree, and I'll use objects in. I'll get them, and I'll apply the matrix. This is like applying the transform matrix for each one of the objects. So if we check real quick, they should be correct now. From these informations, if we use just like the normal convex hull, you will see that the blue color, oh actually I need to join it first. Please join. If I join them and we look at the convex hull, it looks like the outside of the convex hull is actually wrapping the cylinder quite nicely. If I bake it, we get that design. And if we select the face, maybe it should be like nice, right? But that's not what we want. We want it like cleaner result. So I'll save this real quick. So this is like a simple thread tank, and there is a new node called Convex Hull MK2, and this guy actually works really well for two-dimensional objects. So I'm not gonna start with a cylinder, but instead I will start with a bunch of circles, and I'm gonna randomly scatter them. So circle objects, and then I will make a bunch of them randomly, random vector, maybe 3 or 4, and this is for scattering the circle. Look at it from the top view. Gonna scale it, and let's see, and let's pick one. Okay, that seems to be okay, and gonna use matrix in, randomize the scaling 3, and it's gonna be vector in 1, 2, 3. Well, actually we don't need to randomize the scale there. We can randomize it here and give it a float value, something like that should be pretty good. And we're gonna apply the matrix up here. So apply matrix like so. if we bake it, it should be kind of correct. And here we can use Convex Hull MK2. I believe this should be as straightforward as this. It should be 2D and should be outside. If I'm not, I forgot, I need to use list join as well. This probably should work with a 3D object. Actually, I'm not quite sure. Should have done, let's see, 2D, 3D. Okay, that's kind of working. Oh, okay. I forgot that I need to flatten this random vector. Scale. Okay, not scale. Let's try reroute, rewire. Put a 0 there. Scale of 0. Okay, that seems to be correct. Cool. Let's check it out. Okay, nice. This is perfect. This is exactly what I was talking about. And if we reveal the circle up here, there you go. Let's use the face. So matrix apply these pages. Okay, so we got the circle happening, and we have the threads already working as 2D, and so this is the starter. Okay, we just need to simply extrude it, and we should have the setup like in Wall-E right here. Let me try. If I randomize the seed, for example, yeah, it should update nicely. Okay, let's keep this one. Okay, that's pretty good. That's perfect. Okay, so let's just simply extrude this guy. Extrude separate faces, or extrude just extrude edges for this guy. So vertices and edges goes in there. This guy goes in there. Matrix in, vector in. So that's the thread. Let's give it different color. It's working quite nicely. So there's the bottom part as well, but I guess we don't need to worry about that for now. And there's this guy. So extrude separate extrude region for this guy. Just vertices and polygon. Extrude along normal. So we have this. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Actually, there's that extra polygon that we don't want. I kind of want to get rid of it. Let me think. Maybe I can do like this list item. Or list sliced. We just gonna get rid of one of the object there. start from 1, stop at the very last, actually first last, list first last maybe. This length, yeah, I think that's the job. So now we have the wheel. The wheel can be a circle or any ring, for example. And then we have the thread. That's thanks to this new Convex Hull node. This one works perfectly for 2D and 3D objects now with a topo sorting as well. So that's like really cool. Thanks again, Zeffii, a Sverchok developer, for this. And now we can simply kind of make a bunch of wheels, for example, and it's gonna update accordingly. So that's really cool. So you can have as many wheels as you like and randomize it. Randomize the position, and the outside, the tank thread will always kind of conform to this guy. So yeah, this is really cool, like so. I think this should be useful. At some point you're gonna need this. And yeah, for the next one, really, if you want to use this Convex Hull and do to clean it up, vector interpolation maybe, and make like a band thread for tank, we should be able to create this part of Wally. Because I'm thinking to create Wally procedurally, and this is just part of Wally. At some point we're gonna have a full Wally procedurally model using Sverchok Add-On. Okay, hopefully you enjoy this one. Let me know what you think. If any question or something to add, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video.